for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nicholas Claxton.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
So the Nets starting five. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the three. And for the Clippers, the guard pair, it's Harden and Powell. Ben Simmons is out there with Drew Eubanks. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Leonard. There's the three. Offensive rebound. Eubanks. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Harden the pass to Simmons. Harden sets the pick for Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Simmons.
This is the basis of James Harden's game, right? That three-point accuracy opens up every other aspect of the floor and his scoring ability.
Now, here is Russell. Pass to Thomas. Claxton a screen on Powell. Oh, Claxton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I mean, this guy is as good a vertical threat at the rim as there is. Great finish by Nick Claxton.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Russell against Harden. Leonard on the wing. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
And here's Russell. Last time out he had 13 points. Outside Thomas. Russell sets a screen for Thomas. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pull up Jay. The rebound by the Nets. Outside Russell. Stolen by Harden. There's the drive. Pass to Powell. Back to Harden. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Leonard finds Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard against Johnson. Leonard, no luck.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
Now Powell, James Harden missing on the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Johnson outside. And stolen by Simmons. Pass to Powell. Tries again. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And that one, good.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Clippers with the ball. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, for the Nets, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
Now, here is Harden, coming off a solid outing against Miami.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Bounce pass, Thomas. Johnson outside. Pass to Thomas. Russell left side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
This guy's a shifty player now. D'Angelo Russell, adept at using various speeds to keep defenders off balance.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Norman Powell. Johnson, the pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Russell against Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
And as James Harden enters his mid-30s, Doris, he's still able to put his fingerprints all over a game.
So true, Kevin. Rumors of his supposed demise have been greatly exaggerated. This guy's able to create shots for himself and his teammates at an elite level.
Pass to Claxton. Johnson from outside knocks down the 3 ball.
You can see no hesitation on the catch by Cam Johnson. This is why he's on the floor, folks.
Outside, Simmons. Harden scanning the floor. And Harden with the stuff.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Johnson against Bogdanovich. Johnson kicks to Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson.
We have watched Cam Thomas become more and more aggressive from three-point territory.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
chance here to look at the numbers for D'Angelo Russell. Getting around 12 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And most important of all is his passing. He's a terrific distributor in their offense.
But certainly one of his best attributes, creating offense even when it looks like there's nothing there.
Pass to Powell. Eubanks with it. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Drills it from outside.
A dead-eye shooter. Bogdan working off the pass there.
Nets trail by 6. Outside, Russell. Pass to Thomas. Claxton, a screen on Powell. Thomas, no good. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shot from 12. Another one falls for the Clippers. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Russell against Harden. Russell kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shot clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
And so he hits both. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Once Kawhi Leonard gets to the interior, this guy's so tough to keep from scoring.
Nets trail by 8. Here is Russell. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Claxton against Leonard. Pass to Thomas. Driving in. Now Sharp. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard with the ball. Now Thomas defending. Now here's Powell. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the jam by Harden.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And the Nets with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Russell. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Pass to Powell. Back to Harden. Here's Eubanks. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's Sharp. The Clippers getting the bucket. Claxton the pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Dunn, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Wilson, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Cameron Thomas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Russell. Nets trail by 12. Johnson with the bounce pass. Outside Wilson. Johnson kicks to Johnson. Pass to Sharp. Now Melton takes a three. It's hauled in by Dunn. Here's Harden. Here's Eubanks. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Eubanks got 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Now, Leonard. After Keon Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go. Off target with the open look.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Melton. Back to Johnson. Here's Wilson. He's covered by Leonard. Sharp, the pass to Wilson. To end the drought. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Cameron Thomas.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Derek Jones comes in for Leonard. And Norman Powell subbed in for James Harden. He hits both from the stripe. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. Now, here's Melton. Following the missed shot by Bogdanovich. Powell against Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Dunn. Hasn't made one yet. Bogdanovich against Wilson. A 3-ball. And Bogdanovich gets the 3.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Sharp. Back to Johnson. Great touch on the 16-footer. Johnson's got 5.
Well, on balance with his shot, Cam Johnson from the mid-range.
Now Powell. Zubac with the screen for Powell. The putback. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 11. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Johnson is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Williams. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wilson in at the power forward position. Now, here's Johnson. Here's Sharp. Second shot opportunity, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Dunn. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. Powell, that's good.
You want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Nets trail by 13. Wilson with it. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Melton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And here is Johnson. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Jones against Wilson. Williams attacking. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And here is Dunn. Nothing on the board. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Outside, Bogdanovich. Rebound by Williams.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Nets. Simmons, a screen on Johnson. Powell for three. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And the Clippers miss again.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Johnson outside. Back to Melton. Nets passing it around. Here's Williams. Plays it up and banks it in. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And so here are the Clippers. 7-point differential. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Sharp's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Melton against Dunn. 5 to shoot. Outside Williams. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another, communicated well, and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Melton against Dunn. Now here's Melton. He's covered closely. Powell with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Simmons kicks to Dunn. Zubac, a screen on Johnson. Goes back up. And the layup by Powell. Powell's got 8 points.
You've got to be able to manipulate pick and roll. Norman Powell taking what the defense gives him. That's really nice.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. James Harden, he's checked in for Chris Dunn. The Nets also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Wilson. And Thomas subbed in for Williams. Here's Melton. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside Thomas. Melton sets a screen for Thomas. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
At 6'10" with excellent hops, Ben Simmons makes that look easy.
Here's Melton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. You know, Doris, Ben Simmons has certainly had a turbulent career, hasn't he?
Oh, my goodness, there's no question, Kevin. You begin with some of the injury challenges he's had throughout. Started in his rookie season, has continued throughout some of the years. There's also been questions about the balance in his game. Obviously, perimeter shooting has been a weakness. But the first and most important thing Ben has to do is get healthy, Kevin.
Here is Harden. After Keon Johnson's bucket, Zubac, that's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nets trail by 13. Melton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sharp. Nice move. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Stolen by Zubac. Johnson against Simmons. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Clippers with the ball. Pass to Powell. Back to Harden. Good defense by Claxton. Nets trail by 11. Johnson, the pass to Melton. Thomas against Bogdanovich. Johnson outside. The three. The Clippers grab the miss. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 13. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Clippers leading by 13. And Bogdanovich kicks to Harden. Three-pointer. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Brooklyn making some changes. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Sharp. Williams comes in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for DeAnthony Melton. It's the Nets now. Now, here is Russell. Inside, here's Johnson. The Clippers grab the miss. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Nets trail by 16. Now Russell. Right side, Thomas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
The Clippers have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Harden kicks to Zubac. Baseline jumper, and it's Leonard missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Johnson dishes to Russell. Pass to Thomas. Out to Russell from the arc. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 14. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Williams.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game.
And here is Thomas, following the 3 from Bogdanovich. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Pass to Zubac. Russell against Harden. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
One of the great NBA players one-on-one in the history of the game, James Harden, has got a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Nets trail by 19. Here's Thomas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ben Simmons. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. And Norman Powell subbed in for Bogdanovich.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
Here's Leonard. A 26-point game for him in the win against Miami.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Clippers leading by 17. It's Harden with the drive. Good. Harden's got 18 points in the game.
James Harden has made a living out of tough shot making. And I'll tell you, the defense pretty good right there. James Harden just better.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Now Russell. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 18. Fires the 3. The Clippers rebound. Harden with a screen on Thomas. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thomas. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And, Torres, what's amazing to me, if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post-game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Now here's Leonard. Pass to Simmons. Leonard against Williams. 3 on the clock. And it's Leonard missing. Nets trail by 20. Thomas finds Johnson. Traps in the tray. Johnson's got 8.
Yeah, taking a scoring opportunity when it comes. The readiness of Cam Johnson, so good.
Leonard looking over the floor. That one doesn't go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Clippers lead by 17. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
As a resident dunk contest expert, I can tell you, these are the names you want in the dunk contest, guys. Don't come at me with who isn't making the cut, because this group is all you need.
Geez, I guess we can call it right now. The Jet has spoken. Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I love how they've kept the ball moving. Make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean hot potato, because they're burning that D.
Whoa, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look exactly wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here is Thomas. The veteran wings, Powell and Leonard. Drew Eubanks out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Harden in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And that one's good. Russell.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Pass to Claxton. Outside Thomas. Claxton inside. Eubanks defending. Bucket is good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Williams against Leonard. Harden sets the pick for Leonard. Here's Eubanks. Shot clock at 5. No good. Good defense by Claxton. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Outside Thomas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thomas got 14 points.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Clippers, number 1.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Harden the pass to Simmons. Pass to Eubanks. Now here's Powell. And the rejection by Claxton. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Harden. He's got 18. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging about 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
There's a sneakiness, a craftiness. You think he's not watching, and suddenly he's taking the ball in the other direction.
Russell passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Clippers leading by 8. Throws it up high.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Johnson outside. Down low, Powell with the steal. The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Well, free throw drops for Leonard.
I think one thing you love about Kawhi Leonard, this guy never gets too high, never gets too low, but he is the ultimate competitor because he competes at the highest level regardless of the situation.
Shoots. Brooklyn with the rebound. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Russell. Outside Thomas. It's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Here's Russell with the three. That shot misses. Los Angeles leading by 11. Here's Powell. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Russell finds Williams. Back to Russell. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Harden kicks to Simmons. Harden sets the pick for Simmons. 6 to shoot. Here's the three. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Now, here's Thomas. 14 points for him. Pass to Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
It takes discipline to stay down on the pump fake, and D'Angelo Russell enjoys using it to get that defender committed.
Here's Harden. He's got 21. Eubanks with it. Now Simmons. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. A ferocity inside by Leonard.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Russell passes to Williams. And Thomas has it in the corner. Tries to save it. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through.
Simmons passes to Eubanks. Rebound by Williams. Nets trail by 14. Thomas kicks to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Claxton with it. He has 6. That one good for 2. Claxton's got 8 points. And it's Harden with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. From the line, connects, the jumper drops. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Russell with it. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Thomas. The kick out to Williams. Second chance shot. Here's Claxton. Tries it again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Los Angeles.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Melton. Johnson in the corner. Johnson outside. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. He has 7.
Oh, tremendous pass from Cam Johnson there. Nice work.
Harden against Melton. And the foul on Harden. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
Chris Dunn's checked in for the Clippers. Nets trail by 10. And here is Williams. He has 5. Pass to Melton. Claxton, a screen on Dunn. Melton passes to Claxton. Here's Eubanks. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, you've seen Kawhi evolve as a facilitator over the last several years. Love to see him setting up his teammates.
Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. On the wing, Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Yep, it counts. Williams has got 7.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Dunn. He has yet to score. Leonard on the wing. Powell against Johnson. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. With some arc. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
We are talking about a solid 230 pounds. Kawhi Leonard's strength and his frame allows him to get shots off under duress.
The Nets making a switch here. Sharp's checked in. Nets trail by 13. Pass to Sharp. And here is Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep, Johnson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Eubanks got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Bogdanovich kicks to Dunn. And they're pushing it up. Here's Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Portland, and they'll be taking on the Trailblazers. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. The first one falls.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And the Nets making a change here. Wilson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Clippers leading by 11. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Eubanks. Outside, Bogdanovich. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nets have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Done against Melton. Here's Wilson. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Wilson's got 5 points so far. Pass to Powell. Dunn sets a screen for Powell. Leonard with the ball. Bring it up for Kawhi Leonard from 3.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Johnson kicks to Wilson. Fires the 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. 11-point game. Pass to Dunn. Back to Leonard. Outside, Bogdanovich. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Melton against Dunn. Now Johnson. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Powell. Sharp. It's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 11. Looking to get back on track here. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Dunn. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Here's Bogdanovich. Johnson with the block.
Boy, how about Cameron Johnson not only contesting, but sending that shot back? That's nice.
Pass to Wilson. Now Melton. Back to Wilson. 18 feet out. And he gets the bucket. Wilson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Leonard with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Clippers. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Dunn against Melton. Johnson with a screen on Dunn. Melton passes to Johnson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Leonard. Oh, the strength of Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard right now is cooking, folks. This guy has got a rhythm, and you better watch out.
Now, here's Melton. Johnson surveying the floor. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for L.A. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Keep attacking, all right? Nah, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Well, staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Hayes. He's out there with the Anthony Melton. Wilson out there with Sharp. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. Now here's Wilson. 6 to shoot. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And Hayes kicks to Wilson. And it's off from 3-point range. Clippers leading by 14. Simmons dishes to Harden. Pass to Dunn. Zubac's with it. Back to Dunn. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Clowney. Guarded by Simmons. Now here's Hayes. Here's Wilson. Misses the three. Done against Melton. Here's Harden. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, what a surprise. James Harden has finished a play with contact and gets a chance for the three-point the old-fashioned way. Nicely done, James.
Trendon Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 17. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Melton passes to Watford. And it's Hayes in the corner. It's good from long range. Hayes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Pass to Bogdanovich. A floater. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Hayes. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and the Clippers miss again. Nets trail by 14. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Lewis checked in for Trendon Watford. Lewis down low. Bogdanovich on him. Lewis misses. Clippers leading by 13. Shoots the three. Bogdanovich, no luck.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And he makes that one. Hayes has got 5 points now this quarter. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Harden. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Melton. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Clippers with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Wilson. Pass to Sharp. Hayes with it. Dunn covering. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 6. A second chance effort. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got it back down to single digits for the Nets.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Here's Harden. Following the bucket by the Nets. Driving inside.
Oh, such a clever move by James Harden on the drive. He always goes fishing for that contact, and usually he finds it.
Free throw drops for Harden.
The old phrase, he lives at the line. That is James Harden, folks.
Thomas checked in for Brooklyn. Second free throw, no good. Nets trail by 10. Now Melton. To the left side wing. Hayes finds Melton. Back Back to Hayes. Pass to Sharp. Now Melton. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And the shot no good, a bit short. Clippers leading by 10. No one near him. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Melton with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Simmons against Thomas. Pass to Sharp. Here's Hayes. Outside Thomas. Fires for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Simmons. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Clippers lead by 14.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Nets shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. It's Thomas on the wing. It's deflected. Bogdanovich looking around. To the middle. Eubanks with it. Thomas is on him. Eubanks, no good. Nets trail by 14. Here's Wilson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
And the Clippers have possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside, Simmons to the inside. Here's Bogdanovich. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sharp's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Melton against Harden. Hayes with it. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Melton. From deep, Thomas. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Bogdanovich. Harden's got 12 points in just the second half. Nets trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Wilson against Simmons. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Norman Powell comes in for Dunn. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 13. Harden way outside. And they'll get another chance.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And Brooklyn has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Here's Claxton outside for Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Here's Powell. Pass to Leonard. Back to Powell. The tray. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nets trail by 18. Russell passes to Thomas. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
I'll tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
And he makes the first. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
It's good. Leonard's got 26.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Thomas kicks to Russell. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Pass to Claxton. Shot clock at 6. Johnson.
He has not had the same focus we saw in that first half. Really struggling here in the second.
Simmons passes to Eubanks. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here is Johnson to the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
Here's Harden. Outside, Simmons. Powell against Thomas. Down low, here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Russell dishes to Thomas. The kick out to Williams. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, that's something his coaches would like to see more of from Cam Thomas, making plays for others.
Here's Eubanks. In the corner, Powell with it. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Powell's got 8 here in the quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. .156 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thomas finds Williams. Johnson outside. Nets passing it around. Claxton the pass to Thomas. Good on the triple.
My goodness, Cam Thomas going to make you guard him as soon as he steps over the half-court line.
To Harden. And the rejection by Claxton. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. .131 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. trailing by 13. Here's Johnson. Here's Claxton. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles leading by 13.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for James Harden.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Russell. Back to Thomas. 4 on the clock. Off target with his 3. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's Russell with a 3. Simmons pulls it in. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Russell against Harden. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now we present the player of the game, James Harden.